During an appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box on Thursday morning, Disney CEO Bob Iger said that writers and actors unions going on strike in Hollywood are not being realistic. Why don't you guys be realistic? This guy flies around on a magic carpet made out of money. He would be thrilled if writers were dying in the streets so that he could negotiate better wages. But they're the ones who aren't being realistic. The adults are in charge, don't you guys know? The adults are running this planet. Don't you realize that? Fucking ruling class pieces of shit. Speaking to CNBC's David Faber from the Sun Valley Conference in Idaho, Iger commented on the ongoing Writers Guild of America strike. I can't read today, sorry. And imminent decision for SAG-AFTRA to join them. Here, let's listen to him. Let's listen to the AI talk about
Disney CEO.
Ooh, okay, hold on.
SAG-AFTRA to join them. It's very disturbing to me. We've talked about disruptive forces on this business and all the challenges we're facing. The recovery from COVID, which is ongoing, it's not completely back. This is the worst time in the world to add to that disruption, Iger said. I understand any labor organization's desire to work on behalf of its members to get the most compensation and be compensated fairly based on the value that they deliver. We managed, as an industry, to negotiate a very good deal with the Directors Guild that reflects the value that the directors.
You're sitting on the value, dumbass. You are your career, your background, your bank statement, your accountants are tally up their value. This guy doesn't bring any fucking value. All these rich guys are good at is making other rich guys feel comfortable. This whole industry is run by these 50-something-year-old white dudes. Maybe 60. They deserve compensation based on the value that they deliver. Why does he deserve all that value? Because of this hierarchy bullshit. Because of ownership.
Contribute to this great business. We wanted to do the same thing with the writers, and we'd like to do the same thing with the actors. There's a level of expectation that they have that is just not realistic. And they are adding to the set of the challenges that this business is already facing that is, quite frankly, very disruptive.
It's disruptive. You guys are disrupting. I've been drinking several milkshakes of Golden Goose slurry. These guys don't just get eggs pooped out by the goose. They actually just take the goose and make a drink out of it. They just chew it up. And every day a writer has to bring them a goose for them to drink. A goose milkshake, a smoothie of goose. Why am I going with that? That's horrifying and off-putting. It's disruptive. How dare you? How dare you say that you don't think that because you wrote an Emmy Award-winning TV show and that you were part of this major thing that made me hundreds of millions of dollars, how dare you think that you should be able to afford to live somewhere and not have to have side jobs? And not go into debt because of fucking any medical issues that come up. God, the amount of stuff, the amount of leverage worker organizations, the amount of this is why we don't do universal health care here. Americans would erupt in protest if we suddenly didn't have to be so terrified of our bosses for our health care. That's a major part of a lot of these unions throughout the country is there's health plans negotiated through the unions. So the unions are kind of like these de facto health organizations. If you could get rid of that, you can then repurpose the calories, quote unquote, spent on negotiations with these companies. Take that off the negotiating table, and you're depriving these big business guys of a very important way that they're able to squeeze people for their lifeblood. So just be realistic. What, we have billions, you guys make us billions in profits, and you want to live? That's not realistic. It's fucking bullshit, man. I just hate these people so much. All right. David Letterman. Holy shit, a notification.